Now, when I said ask me anything, I meant within reason. Hi guys, welcome to Vlogmas day 8. I am going to do a Q&A because I asked you guys a lot of questions on my Instagram about what you wanted to know, and we're gonna do that. I did get several inappropriate questions and personal questions, but I decided that I was gonna openly answer some of them because you never know who's going through the same thing. So we're gonna do that. Also, if you hear my dogs clinking, clacking, they have long nails and they're just all over the place. All right, I'm gonna pull these up. I always do these anonymously. I used to put the name with the photo of like their question, but so many people like asked me not to do that I was having to take videos down, so we're not gonna do that. Will we be getting Riggy Christmas presents? No, we're gonna have a stocking, but obviously he's not here to enjoy it and he's not due until March, so we're probably not gonna have presents for him, but we are like getting the nursery set up. Are Lauren and I married or engaged? I'm going to go over that with you guys in a video where she's in, and we're gonna do like a Q&A together. I'll make you wait. What was the first sign that you were gay? I would honestly say the moment I started questioning it was when I started getting jealous of my friends having boyfriends and like spending their time with them and not me, and then realizing that I was like, I don't think you're just my friend. Like, I think I like you. Like, it was like, I never really had crushes on boys. And ironically, the one boy I went on a date with in high school to homecoming with was gay. And like, we just went as friends. But anyway, I just think that's funny. That was probably it, was that I was always more interested and hyper-focused on my friends with girls and like my relationships with them. And then like, not really clicking on why I was so upset with them when they would spend time with their boyfriends and not me. I don't know, that was probably it. Then I got a crush on one of my really good friends, and I remember I was like in denial for so long, and I don't think I ever told them, but we're not friends anymore, so it doesn't matter. But I had a crush on him, and I kept like being like, no, it's just like a friendship, like that can't be a crush. And then at some point I just had to be self-aware and be like, suck it up, like you are gay. How do you deal with homophobic people? I honestly, I used to just say I ignore them and get mad at them, but I try to like reason with them now to an extent, and if you can't reason with them, then there's just no point. I feel like now that I'm bringing a child into the world, I will not tolerate the bullshit, and there will be boundaries. You either accept me or you don't. You're either in my family 100% or you're not. Like setting those firm boundaries where like you've watched people hurt you and you're not gonna watch them hurt other people. I feel like there's 3 generations right now. The generation above us that like, they're okay with it, they're self-aware, same with mental health, like they're aware. And then there's like our generation that's like very open-minded, and then there's the generation under us, which I actually wish I was born in, that is going to change the world. They are so open-minded, they know what they want, they don't take no for an answer. But long story short, how do I deal with homophobia? I don't. If you are gonna show any type of that, then you're not meant to be in my life because it's part of who I am, and if you can't accept that, then you're not really in my life. Same like with bringing a kid into the world. My views of becoming a parent have kind of shifted the past few months of like realizing what I have to do to protect him from different things. But the second part of your question is, how can you deal with people who are homophobic towards you at school? Honestly, you need to realize that those people that are being mean to you are probably peaking. They're gonna be living in their mom's basement for the rest of their lives. You don't need that type of negativity in your life. As hard as it is to like ignore it, you have to do that. You have to not let them affect you, because that's what they want. They want to see you fall. They want to see a reaction. They're bullying you to get a reaction. Just don't give it to them. I remember there was one time, like I didn't really get bullied in high school. I was very fortunate. I didn't deal with people's bullshit. But there was like this twin boys that were a couple years older than me that like tried to like laugh at me once, and I just remember like I turned it around and made fun of them and they stopped. I'm not saying bully them back, but I'm just saying like don't show them a reaction, and that's usually the best. Or kill them with kindness. They're probably not going to know what to do if you're really nice to them. But just try to not you know, let it affect you too bad. Favorite low sugar snacks. My go-to that's like, it gets me up decently quick if I'm not like in critical. Sour Patch watermelon ones, they're really good. They really get my sugar and energy up. They're really good. If it's an emergency, glucose SOS, like I don't even mess with it anymore. Like that time that my blood sugar was low and I was like Sunny D is my lifesaver. Sunny D is like my clutch. I get the one in bottle form from Costco, like 18 of them or 24. There's like a huge pack, could be 36, I don't know. It's like $12. They are always stocked in our fridge. When Bella comes over, I have to hide some of them. They are my clutch. It is my life-saving device. Like any low I get, it brings me up, and it usually keeps me there. Apple juice, ironically, never really did the same. Like I know some people really do apple juice. I do it to an extent, but I know everyone's different. Orange juice was like one of my favorites that did it. Favorite books to read. Obviously Harry Potter. I just read a book. I don't know what it was called. It was a romance. I am a guru for like cheesy little romance books. I love them. Or complete opposite of the spectrum, I love scary books. So like there's like one and one. This one's really good. So a lot of you don't know that I was with a guy before I was with someone else, before I like truly came out. They said, when you were with him, did you know? If you did you express it to him, or how did you tell him? I was happy. I loved him. It was a good relationship. We were just together from like 18 to 23, and I feel like so much happened from 18 to adulthood that when you're 18, you're not the same person you are by the time you're 23. And I think I was 23 when we ended, but like we're still friends. He's a great guy. I would never say anything bad about him. It sucks that he's not in my everyday life anymore as like a best friend, but like he was a good guy. It wasn't that I was like gay and we couldn't have made it work. I feel like we grew apart, and sometimes that happens in relationships, especially when you start dating so young. Like you drift apart, or you grow apart, or like your morals change, or your views change, or stuff like that. And so we went our separate ways. I did come out to him before I came out to anyone else, and I don't think I had to do this, and I didn't owe it to anyone, but I didn't want him to have like any blame or thoughts or like rude comments towards himself from other people. So I did like call him up, and I was like, just so you know, I think I'm bi, and I am going out with a girl, and I just didn't want it to come from anyone else. I wanted it to come from me, and I respect you. And like, you know, just kind of like explaining to him, and we had a really good conversation over it. You owe no one nothing. I didn't have to do that, but we were close enough and ended on decent terms, like good terms, that I felt like that conversation was one I personally wanted to have with him. Let me see. I'll answer it. How old were you when you got your period? And this person's struggling with it. So I want to say 11th grade. I got it a little bit older. I struggled with it a little bit. I think it's kind of just something that I adjusted to fairly easily, and was lucky that I did. I use tampons. I don't like the other, but I use those. TMI, but I am going to be open about it. I do want to try the underwear that Victoria's Secret makes for it, only because it looks comfortable. I haven't tried them yet. I went one time, it was like $19 for one, and I was like, so one day I will. Did we turkey base Briggs? The answer is no. We did IVF. I do want to sit down and do a video about like the process and how we found the donor and how you go through that. But that's a story I want to do with Lauren present, because we were very selective, and the process of checking ovulation, Lauren had it down to the hour. So she did it really well. Like she got pregnant because she knew when we needed to make the appointments, and she was very good about staying on top of it, and other stuff. I don't know the answer to this one. It says, what can Lauren have and not have being pregnant? there's only a certain things I know that like we're part of our everyday life that she can't have anymore, and only because it affects me do I know as much. She can't have cold turkeys or meat. Caffeine is limited. He does not like caffeine. Anytime she has caffeine or pop, she gets severely sick. Anything raw. Fish, I don't know if she can have fish. I know she won't eat sushi. She does have crab sometimes. The big thing for her though was like medicine, because she does have to take certain medicines. She's been very good and very cautious about like what she can and can't have for him and what crosses the placenta. So that'll be a video I do with her where she like talks about like what she can and can't have as pregnant. I know there's like levels or grades. It's like ABC levels, and like two of them cross the placenta and one doesn't. That's a video for Lauren to make. This one says, who said I love you first? I think it was her. Let me see. That one's very personal into my body. We're not gonna talk about that. Some of these like really like got it. Here's one. How did you adjust having to put a CGM in? I struggled with it in the beginning. I think it was clear in those videos. I was making Lauren do it. I had this deathly fear of needles. I got one stuck in me as a kid, and I think ever since then it was kind of like a little traumatizing, and so I had this deathly fear of them, but I had to get over it pretty quickly because we were having to poke myself, and the reason we didn't find it actually sooner was because I refused to poke myself. And then we got the One Touch from by Walmart. It's so good. It didn't hurt that much, so I started doing it a lot, and that's how we caught it. This is my favorite location. I can do a whole video on like how we got diagnosed and stuff because it's actually a very interesting story. But you learn in order to survive. You have to overcome things, and that was something that I had to overcome or I was not gonna survive, because I have to know what my blood sugar is. There's no way to like not have it. I will always have to prick my fingers. Does not mean it makes it any easier. What you guys don't see in my videos is me pacing, or me like in the last video I showed it, I put it up to do it and I panicked and I pulled back. I have a very low pain tolerance, so I put a towel in my mouth because I grip down really hard, and these front teeth are fake because I broke them off. So that's why I do the towel, and I'm like very self-aware, like I know I have no pain tolerance. So that's why I do that. But it doesn't mean it makes it super easy, but I do like hesitate before I put one in, and it's a new site. I always watch a lot of videos of people putting them in there to kind of just reassure myself that it's okay. I count. Sometimes I distract myself, like you'll see me close my eyes and I'm totally thinking of something else and I just press it when I can. But it's just something I had to get adjusted to. I do like the Dexcom versus the Libre. I will eventually do a story like on which is better. I definitely lean in the side of the Dexcom. There's a lot of questions. I'm gonna do one of these with Lauren too because there's a lot of questions about her on here. Did I grow up in an area where gay was okay? I'm gonna say no. But I only say that because I grew up in the South, but I also grew up in an environment that really didn't have it or exposed to it, and it wasn't as prevalent. So like, I don't know. I don't know what it's like there now because I obviously don't live in Florida anymore. You know, I'm sure had I grown up in an area that it is today, but no one really, I don't think I knew a single gay person until I went to college. And even in college, it wasn't like around as much, even as athletes, you know? And so I would have loved to be, like I said, I would wish I was born in the wrong generation. I should have been born in the generation under us because I have the activism like them, and I have the drive and like I want to push for rights for everyone kind of like lifestyle. I'm very like, we're not even gonna go into politics, but let's just say that I love everyone and I fight for people. Oh, that one's sweet. What is Riggy's theme? So his nursery theme is Toy Story. I think we're gonna mix in some Winnie the Pooh because I'm obsessed with it, and I was as a kid. But it's gonna be Toy Story. Every time we go to Disney, we get a new character. So I think we have Woody, the cow, oh my gosh, the horse, and Buzz Lightyear. Oh, my food's here. Hold on. I had a couple minutes and I was gonna end this, but I found some really good ones. Okay, so this one says, what was your first kiss? We're gonna talk about the first known kiss. Well, not by me, but like there's people in my lives that don't know when my first kiss was, and we're just not gonna talk about it. My first kiss, oh my gosh, when was it? I don't even know. Oh my God. I don't even know. I was gonna say like one of the first times in college. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like, that's embarrassing. I don't know. I'll just spill the beans. Okay, so my first ever kiss, I don't think I've ever told anyone this. I was a senior in high school, and it was right after graduation. I was walking back from the like ceremony or something, and one of the guys I had talked to like quickly just said goodbye and kissed me real quick. It was nothing, but like we had liked each other. He was a senior. I don't think I ever told anyone that. And I don't know. We're not even going to discuss that. Well, that's all for the juicy questions. There's a lot more, but we will do this another day. I'm going to eat my food. It just got here. It might be a bad day, month, year, but it's not a bad life. I'll see you on the flippy floppy.